Try saying something.
Hello.
I think when we have joy through the hurt and the pain, because in the midst of it all, God is in control. Like, if you ever went through something and you don't know how you got out of it, but somehow there's just something in some way that just provided you joy. It all comes from God. Everything. And I think during this pandemic, it's been really hard. It's even hard for me. I was missing church, seeing all virtual through a screen. But once again, like I've heard, Jesus can meet you anywhere. Not just in church. It's everywhere.
Strength. Strength when things are a little creative, and we know in 2020 things have been more than that. Things have been thrown our way. We've had to shelter in place on and off, up and down, but what has remained the same is the joy of God. And even when we're low, that joy just scoops us back up. You know, his presence that loves on us in spite of us, in spite of our failures, in spite of our mistakes. His grace, his love, and his mercy is there, but that joy just kind of gives us that shot of energy we need to keep doing his will and to keep giving hope and joy to others. Recently, as you know, I'm part of the prayer team, and I sometimes just feel that I'm not worthy, or, you know, if I do fall short, that, you know, how could God use someone like me when you're feeling exhausted and maybe not just full and the spirit is just overflowing like it always is. You have those times where it's low. And this particular week, I just was having some challenges just emotionally and feeling worthy of doing God's will. And I had a coworker who happened to be in the office at the same time as me. Now, mind you, we've been out of the office for months. It wasn't planned, it wasn't set, but God had an ultimate plan. And that's something about his joy when he knows you need something. So seeing her, she said, Rolanda, she was excited to see me, but she wanted to testify to me. She says, Rolanda, I haven't gone to church in a long time, but I logged on to the church I would normally go to online. And when he was speaking the word, my heart was so open. It surprised me. Tears of joy was flowing, and I was thinking my heart wouldn't have been open hadn't Rolanda not been so open and transparent with the things that she's walked through and how God has brought her through. And I'm sitting there like, God, really, like, this is just encouraging my soul. You talk about that joy. You see it starting to lift up from the gut. But this was the ultimate. When she said, as the tears are flowing, I'm saying to God, to Jesus, where's the teacher? Where's the teacher? And your face, Rolanda, from my home showed up, telling your story, telling how good God has been to you and all the miracles you work. You've been so open and in a place where we're conservative. She's like, I was so glad I was at home because I was crying like crazy. I would never do that in public. Here she is telling me how, you know, the joy really helped her through. And I'm sitting there like, God, this joy has given me life right now because I'm so undeserving. Here you are reminding me who I am in you in spite of my mistakes. In the presence of God, even as I'm talking now, it's just so mindful of the things he sees you, all the millions of people. He sees you, your heart, and where you are, even in your shortcomings. His joy is strength.
My Lord and Savior, first and foremost. I find joy in the Lord because he has gotten me out of so many things. I can't even explain it. But through it all, I knew that he was there. He was with me, had a plan. He was working in the backstage when I couldn't see it. And it just always brings me joy looking back into that. I can't explain it. It's just the intimacy with growing in my faith and the endurance. it just brings me so much joy that I'm not going to stay in the same place that I was like last year. I can't explain it.